Hey guys, what's up? It's Dusty here, back with another crypto video. And today, we're going to be talking about Ripple XRP, Bitcoin, backed Ether, some other cool stuff, Binance even. We got a lot of cool news to cover today, guys. But before we get into any of that cool stuff, make sure you go ahead and press the like button on this video right now, because we are again giving away $200 worth of XRP. And all you have to do to enter is press the like button on this video, comment something down below, and make sure you have the notification bell on right now. Press it on if you've not done it already, because all we need is 399 likes before we actually give it away, right? We need to hit 399 likes within 24 hours, and that's all we need, all we require, and then we announce the winner in a video tomorrow. It's as simple as that. It's really quite nice, and it works. But guys, a lot of the questions I've seen in the comment section are all pretty easy to answer, but the one big question holds: what's going to be happening to all of these coins? Well, I can tell you that what's happening right now, and it is that Bitcoin has actually been falling a little bit, and that XRP has been rising a little bit. Why is that so? Well, in this article, they're expressing Bitcoin flatlines while Ether XRP surge, Bitcoin ETF imminent. They're actually blaming most of this on the Bitcoin ETF, right? Okay, that's an interesting question to ask, and let's get a little bit deeper into that. So is the world ready for a Bitcoin ETF? The SEC has published a detailed presentation shared by Bitwise, the venture-backed cryptocurrency index and fund provider, arguing why the world is ready for its first Bitcoin ETF on a major exchange. Bitwise thinks the crypto market can support a fund based on spot market efficiency, institutional-grade custody of crypto assets, and a growing futures market. The reality, though, is that the Bitcoin market of today bears little resemblance to the crypto market of a few years ago, says Bitwise. And Ether had one of the best days ever last week, rising more than 10% against the price of Bitcoin, but the recent price run doesn't mean that all altcoins are headed for a turnaround. 2018 and 2019 have been two of the worst years on record for the prices of the most popular and longest running Bitcoin competitors. Ripple's XRP also saw a 10% bump earlier this week. Bitcoin, on the other hand, saw very little movement this week, holding steady between 10 and 11,000 and reaching its lowest level of volatility since May. Plus, why is Litecoin falling? Well, I actually checked through this article and was really quite excited about everything. But in the end, they did not really give me any information on this whatsoever. I was just like, hey, what are they going to be explaining to us? Well, not too much. But the title was already quite interesting for all of us and does give us some insights already. It is that Bitcoin has flatlined and that XRP has surged. And a question of, is Bitcoin ETF coming, or are we ready for that, or when is it coming, yada yada yada. And that made me think about something that is going on right now, because of course Bitcoin ETFs are not right here. This is just asking a hypothetical question. What is going on right now, though, is this right here: Bitcoin bulls glum as backed rally fails, price breaks symmetrical triangle. Again, you can see the symmetrical triangle right here, and we broke below it, which is of course also seen in the price. Bitcoin has broken below the symmetrical triangle that many of the bulls have been counting on for a sharp breakout to the upside around the backed launch. We've now seen that backed was a non-event, and there has not been any impact on the price so far. This has left a lot of traders glum, and they might be selling their bags soon in anticipation of a strong correction to the downside, as generally investors buy the rumor and sell the news. If that happens this time, then we might not only see BTC to USD decline to the bottom of the descending, but potentially lower than the 200-day EMA. RSI on the daily time frame shows us that the downtrend has been almost a mirror image of the uptrend, and thus a sharp decline to the downside could be expected anytime. That being said, major financial indicators, for instance the stock market and the gold market, have yet to show the red light for investors to consider shorting Bitcoin. And for the risk-averse investors, it may not be time to short sell just yet, but it is certainly not the time to be buying either. A small move to the upside is not worth risking it for the large potential downside that could soon come into effect if the S&P 500 begins its downtrend or gold declines below its trendline support to lower levels. Bitcoin has established correlation with both the gold and the S&P 500, which is quite surprising. And in my opinion, the correlation with the stock market is more reliable because Bitcoin remains a risky investment and it is not a safe haven asset or digital gold, despite what some in the industry might have you believe. Bitcoin has been trading sideways, but Bitcoin longs are beginning to rise, and the stochastic RSI shows us that there is plenty of room for Bitcoin longs to rise from current levels. Usually, this coincides with a strong move to the upside. So while we have discussed the bearish case for Bitcoin, it is pertinent to note that another move to the upside could confuse a lot of traders once again and get them trapped in aggressive longs. If Bitcoin USD declines from current levels, we might see a decline in the number of margined shorts as BTC USD longs has already run into the 61.8 fib retracement level and faced a strong rejection. The buying interest that we see in the market is very likely to be short-lived as the market is on the verge of beginning its next major downtrend. It is a matter of when and not if the downtrend is going to occur. That being said, investors need to be prepared for all eventualities in case of unprecedented movements in the market because markets can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. Again, that is it for Bitcoin here. On the contrary to all of this talk, Bitcoin price will be over 100,000 before December 2021, says prominent analyst. And that's actually the opinion of many people in the space. Here you can see Bitcoin stock to flow model, again, what people are seeing. Currently, we're only at 99.15 though. Well, actually, we're a little bit below that at 98.06. Not looking too good in my opinion. In the short term, the leading cryptocurrency might be going downwards, but a new high of 5 figures seems to be imminent. According to the prominent analyst Plan B, who is known for his stock to flow approach to Bitcoin's price, predicted one's BTC's value to reach beyond 100K before December 2021. So right here, kind of middle of 2020 is where he already predicts to be at 100,000. Really quite interesting what insane moves we can make in such a short amount of time. And this is the only prediction he makes from a S to F model, stock to flow model. Stock to flow ratio of an asset is defined as the amount of commodities held in inventories relative to its annual supply. It is basically a measure of abundance, with gold having the highest stock to flow rate of all commodities, and Bitcoin currently has an SNF of 25 that would double with the next reward halving just about 7 months away and reach very close to Gold's 62. 100K might seem like a big number, although validated by Plans B's stock to flow model, it's not the wildest one. Of course, a lot of other people are predicting it at 250,000 or even McAfee at 1 million. A lot of people have some high hopes for BTC. Along with all of these predictions and all of these articles about the price right now, we actually just had a little bit of a crypto mini flash crash. It's pretty insane, guys, to see what type of moves can happen in this space. And here you can see for Bitcoin how insane this was. Right, here's the complete market cap or complete movements that all these coins have made, actually, like the biggest ones. You can definitely see that it was a whole crypto-wide selling wave. Pushed Bitcoin down about $200 in the shortest amount of time here, and I really don't know what's going on with this. Some people state that it's backed. There's no obvious headline catalyst, but we do note that ICE's backed platform launched physically delivered Bitcoin futures trading yesterday and could potentially have exaggerated the move, which is also what I'm personally thinking. Having said this about Bitcoin, though, let's move over into XRP. XBUSD technical analysis. XBUSD breaks technical formation on the hourly chart. XBUSD has traded in positive territory despite general crypto sentiment being negative. Prices spiked through the technical formation on the hourly chart, backed by good volume, and that is to say that XB has taken out the trend line of the falling wedge on the hourly chart below, which is again pretty believable. Looking at the price, that is versus BTC up 4%, pretty good. The good news is that the move was backed by decent volume. On the top side, there's resistance at the psychological level of 30 cents. Elsewhere, we might see a sticking point of about 29.03 as its price where most volume was traded on the volume profile indicator. The market has also seemed to have heavily rejected 27 cents on the downside, which could be a good sign for all the bulls. And lastly, the RSI has moved into positive territory, pushing past 50 level and is at the highest level since September 18th. So again, we're looking quite good in comparison to what we have been in for the last 5 days or so. Ripple price, XRP approaching key support, Bitcoin and Ethereum declining. Ripple price is currently declining and is trading below 28.50 support. We're still trading below that, but we're not actually declining. The price is likely to face resistance near 28.50 and 29.20 in the near term. There is a major bearish trend line forming with resistance near 28.20 on the hourly chart of XBUSD, and the price is under pressure, but it is approaching a crucial support area near 26.50. So we could go down. Let's just put it out there flat like that. And again, if you're enjoying this content, make sure you press the like button on this video right now. I do appreciate all the likes that you guys give and all the comments that you guys put in there. I try to read everything. I post 3 videos a day though, so it's also, let's say, 400 comments a day most of the time, so it's can be difficult, but I try to read all that you guys are saying. but I appreciate everything that you guys do. Just don't forget that. The price can go down. Let's just put it up straight flat right there because we all know it can. But we'll have quite a hard time to get down there. I mean, there's so much buying going on. There's so much positivity in this space, and we've seen that in a lot of these articles as well. Like here, RippleNet has a total of 220 customers, reveals Ripple's general counsel, community disappointed. It's amazing, all right? Community might be disappointed, that's what they're saying in here, but this is so amazing right now. All of this stuff is just sounding insanely good. The one reason they're disappointed is because the pace that people expected is not there. As in, they had 200 a long time ago. Now they only have 220. What's going on? But I'm personally thinking that there's a little bit of a situation going on as to why they put 220 out there. They might not be able to save most of the other partnerships, or they might not want to overestimate what they have. They might want to give lower expectations than what they really have to bring. And most likely this is all in anticipation for Swell of November that is going to be coming, which is going to be a huge event for Ripple and for XRP. Why I'm saying it's going to be hard for the coin to go down is just because if you look at everything that's going on in the space right now, there's not that much that you can really say against Ripple/XRP. We all know that it's really going to be almost impossible to be stopped. The only thing that can really stop them is the lawsuits that they've been having. So, for example, if it's deemed as a security or if it's deemed as centralized, those things might really hurt it. For a long time now, Ripple has put it out that the company has secured 200 plus customers sometime around the beginning of this month. Now, Stuart Alderoti, the general counsel of Ripple, revealed that the actual tally is now 220. He said, "We have about 220 customers right now throughout the whole world, and that is fast growing." However, XRP community is not happy with this news, as this figure stated Ripple added one new customer every nearly 13 days on average since the company announced RippleNet surpassed 200 customers worldwide in early January, and this, the enthusiast says, doesn't add up to their initial claim of 2 new products contracts a week. Moreover, with Libra's announcement in June giving a boost to the company. In April, Ripple CEO Brett Garlinghouse shared in an interview that the company has just signed about 3 production contracts per week in Q1 of 2019. Going by Garlinghouse's statement, people were expecting the number to be closer to 300. I personally was as well. However, some are still hopeful and expect Ripple to announce a big figure at the upcoming SWA event, exactly what I'm thinking. And also, 220 could be the customers that are actually using Ripple products, having signed contracts, done pilot testing, performed due diligence, and have completed legal compliance shares. And that's shared another enthusiast. So what they're actually excluding here is the people who have showed interest or have sort of partnered up but not really gone through to do anything. They're just testing in a very early phase and not really doing anything at all. And the 220 might be all the customers that are really out there and on there. UK defines XRP as a hybrid token. In another one of Aldoroti's interviews clips shared by Stephen Deep, a Ripple enthusiast on Twitter, he stated how the UK has defined XRP as a hybrid token, a utility and exchange token, and not a security. The UK puts the token into 3 categories: utility, exchange, and security. And security token means it gives you the right to title to invest in the company, and those tokens are supervised as security. If not a security, then the token is either a utility, exchange, or a hybrid, and that is what XRP is. SEC specifically says there should be no secondary trading in the tokens, which is the indicator of speculation, but not necessarily an indicator of investment, Aldoroti explains. And meanwhile, FCA argued that people speculate in wine, cars, real estate, and fiat, and as such, it doesn't equate with investment. Though not as welcoming as Switzerland, UK, he said, recognizes that they are dealing with innovation and creativity, and regulation should not be the enemy of innovation. And I completely agree with that as well. Really, what we're seeing right now is that a lot of this regulatory BS or stuff is really pushing the price down, pushing enthusiasm down, just kind of, not helping it whatsoever. So I'm also really quite against it, so to speak. Ripple signs up major UAE bank to RippleNet. The National Bank of Fujairah, NBF, has joined the extensive list of Ripple's banking partners. And these types of articles we've seen come by almost on a daily basis, it looked like. What I don't understand then, right, having said that, is why it can still be at 220. I really don't get it. What's going on? What did we miss? RippleNet, the global payments network that is run by the crypto behemoth Ripple, has onboarded yet another major commercial bank in the Gulf region. According to Entrepreneur Middle East, a Dubai-based business magazine, the National Bank of Fujairah now uses the benefits of Ripple's blockchain technology for conducting cross-border payments. Stuart XRP said on Twitter, Entrepreneur Middle East, page 70, NBF is utilizing, is it with an S or with a Z? I think it's with like a, is it with an S? I'm confused. I thought it was with a Z. I thought we saw whatever. The benefits of RippleNet. Blockchain tech, digital banking applications, as well as robotics process automation have been focal points in NBF's digital strategy. With the mass spreading of blockchain technology, NBF is utilizing the benefits of RippleNet. Maybe it's utilized on its own is with a Z, and then utilizing is with an S. Could be, guys. Again, I'm not from America or anything like that. I learned English along the way. For all you that sometimes like to bother me with, oh, you're bad at English, go learn how to read, you sucker. You know, it's pretty difficult to read in another language, I can tell you that. So to provide frictionless experience for sending and receiving money globally, and is working with other banks to implement Ripple in 2019. Furthermore, the NBF claims that it is currently working with other banks to implement Ripple in 2019. Yeah, guys, this is looking pretty good. Ripple has been making strides in the Alpha MENA region for a very long time, which is already reported a little bit ago, because they've also lately partnered up with the largest private bank in Pakistan, or one of them. I don't know what the name is anymore, but who cares, really? You can look it up if you want to know. Having said all of that, though, it's looking pretty good. I must admit, it's looking pretty good for Ripple and XRP, as there's not that many things pushing them down. I mean, I would not know any major thing that's pushing. Wow, it looked like my roof was like moving. I don't know if you guys heard that sound, but it sounded insane. That was kind of crazy. But yeah, there's not many things that are really taking XRP/Ripple down right now, and most of the things that I've been finding online are quite positive. The only little letdown is that they have a lawsuit going on, which might be a bother to some people, and of course that they have a little bit less partners than expected. But on the contrary, you know, they have a huge amount of partners. They've really been stacking up on partners here. It's not like the amount has gone down or as if they've not gotten any. So it's still a positive thing, but just maybe a little bit less positive than expected. And yes, you might be able to say like, too high of an expectation might also be a letdown, which is normally the case in Forex. But in the end, guys, doesn't matter too much. Binance.US to launch trading tomorrow with 13 currency pairs. Binance.US, the United States-based arm of the major crypto exchange Binance, will start trading on September 24th, offering zero trading fees until November 2019. There will be 13 fiat to crypto and crypto to crypto trading pairs tomorrow, according to a blog post. The major trading pairs will include Bitcoin, Ether, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Binance Coin, and Tether stablecoin. The exchange will purportedly list a second batch of coins soon, following an evaluation period based on its digital asset risk assessment framework and KYC onboarding already set up. As previously reported, the launch is preceded by KYC onboarding in order to ensure that all users will have time to verify their accounts and deposit funds. The approaching launch of Binance.US comes the same day that Binance is expected to list another altcoin on its major platform. As announced today, Binance will list Tezos, the 18th top cryptocurrency by market cap, on its platform September 24th, enabling 3 new trading pairs with BTC, BNB, and USDT. How good is Tezos doing then? Okay, not even that crazy. Maybe it's not out yet too much. Maybe it has already been out for a little while, which is making people not act too crazy. Gonna be seeing, guys. But I should stack up a little bit of Tezos. I have 0, I believe. But I've seen many cool things from Tezos, so maybe I should get into it a little bit. I don't really know what they do too much, though. On September 19th, Binance confirmed its plans to launch its over-the-counter trading platform for Chinese yuan in October. China has been one of the most skeptical global jurisdictions towards crypto since the government banned crypto trading in September 2017, and since then, OTC trades have become the principal method to buy Bitcoin with fiat money in China. Yeah, China is a weird country in terms of cryptocurrency, but hey, China is weird in a lot of different ways. Sorry to say that, as I do like China, but in terms of this money stuff, the trading and everything, it's kind of hard to predict what they're going to do. It's hard to know as a Westerner what is possible, what is not possible. At least that's how I've experienced it. If you have not been experiencing that way, that's completely fine as well. Nothing against you. But guys, make sure you go ahead and follow me on Twitter. The name is TheDustyBC on there. Make sure you go ahead and check it out right now. Make sure you buy yourself a hardware wallet. A link for that is in the description below. Go and check out the Facebook group that we made. It's just specifically for trading. We also have a Discord channel for that, or Discord chat or group or whatever you want to call it, where you can always share a lot of different cool insights or cool jokes, maybe you got some spicy memes that you want to showcase, hey, you can always do that in there. I also have a link to some free Bitcoin and a link to earning yourself some interest on your XRP. There's the free Bitcoin in for the Bitcoin for free, and the other website in the comments or description for earning interest on XRP and where I trade most of the time now. Just make sure you check out all the links in the description below, as they're all really quite useful. Otherwise, I would have not put them in there. But yeah, take care, everybody. Have a nice day. This was not financial advice, just for entertainment purposes only. Have a nice day.